Good Monday afternoon. Here's your midday update. The woman shot outside an Amazon fulfillment center in Lakeville has died. That information comes from police. The 31-year-old woman also was pregnant, and doctors were able to deliver her child at HCMC, but the child's condition is not known this afternoon. Police also telling us the man accused of shooting her is at the Dakota County Jail being held for second-degree manslaughter. They are saying the shooter has employment affiliation with that Amazon facility. We'll have more on this developing story tonight at 5 o'clock. Stay connected with KARE 11 on air and online as we get information. Today, several groups, including Black Lives Matter Twin Cities, are planning a rally to denounce a recruitment video by the Brooklyn Center Police Department. This is the video the organizers are talking about. We haven't confirmed with the city that this is the same video they put on its website. Activists are calling that video racist, insensitive, and filled with police propaganda. Among the points of contention is the video's focus on weapons versus community, they say, in a section of the video that shows officers finding a gun during a traffic stop. A traffic stop put Brooklyn Center in the spotlight when former officer Kim Potter shot and killed Daunte Wright nearly 2 years ago. The groups are demanding answers and accountability from the city and the department. A snowmobile driver is recovering after a crash in Pierce County. According to the sheriff's office there, the man driving it lost control when he was trying to make a turn and ended up hitting a tree and was thrown off the snowmobile. The driver was taken to Regions for treatment. Minnesota Congresswoman Angie Craig announced or introduced legislation today that would withhold pay for future members of Congress for each day they can't decide on a speaker. The plan is in response to what happened last week on the House floor. Craig says the No Pay for Disarray Act would protect people's tax money and, quote, discourage members of Congress from playing politics when they should be working on behalf of the American people. Gas prices, you may have noticed, are rising again. Take a look at this. If you're going to the pump, it's looking at about $3.15, and just a week ago it was $3.02. We're still under the national average for some good news there, which is at $3.28. Well, just complete pandemonium. That's what a Moorhead business owner said about the scene after a deer jumped through her glass door of her business on Saturday. Here's the video. Holy cannoli. Melissa Evans said she owns the She Said Busher shop, that she was in the back working with her daughter when the deer broke in through that glass like that. Evans says a lot of thoughts ran through her head. She thought it was a pot falling over or a car hitting the store. She said she was really surprised to see that it was a deer. As you can imagine, lots of mess to clean up, and she hopes to have her business back open for customers soon. Who knows why that happened? I don't know if it had anything to do with the weather, but we'll pitch to weather now with Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, that was definitely a breaking and entering there.
Yeah.
Textbook example. We still have a little sunshine overhead, but we're going to be watching the visibility today closely, as well as that cloud cover trying to move in from the west. As we take a look at the numbers across the state right now, temperatures trending milder today. Already at 24 in the Twin Cities, Alexandria 21, Thief River Falls 16, and 20 right now for Bemidji and Grand Rapids, as well as Brainerd, Mankato checking in at 36 degrees. Now, as you take a look at the visibilities, it is dropping and lower in some spots. Alexandria, you're just under a mile visibility. Ortonville at about a half mile. So again, there's going to be some pockets of that patchy, heavy, dense fog in some places, but fog overall could be a problem as we get into that evening commute in some parts of Minnesota. Temperatures, they'll still trend upward. We're getting to those low 30s, but we're going to start to see more and more of that cloud cover as we have this weak little disturbance coming in from the west. There is just a slight chance we get a little bit of drizzle from it, but overall I think our biggest concern tonight will be for the fog and quite possibly a little bit of that freezing fog as you step out the door Tuesday. But it is rather quiet in terms of comparison when you think about what we've had for the past several weeks. Some mild numbers there with the numbers dropping a bit Thursday into Friday. We're going to keep an eye out Tuesday and Wednesday if we don't manage to squeeze out a little snow from the sky overhead as another weak little disturbance comes by. We'll be right back.